Thank you for being here. And I'm always seeing last minute like stuff on my shirt. The joys of wearing black. Even lint shows up extremely well. We're going to put on City Beauty lip oil. And then I'm going to do the intro, give YouTube time to notify the people that it is going to notify, because someone always still says they weren't notified. Skinny Queen, official troll Ken, what's happening? Yes, as a member. I'm going to do the intro, and then we're going to get into what we're doing. While I'm doing the intro, I'm going to put on these beauty bio patches. I have a story to tell about today, which isn't much because my day just kind of started. But anyway, hello and welcome. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube. Why do I call it that? The crazy, because like right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. The crazy is knowing it's okay to be your authentic self in a world where people will tell you who and how you should be. Just be who you are. The troll part is not caring too much about the they are stuck inside the package. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like, hey Janet, thank you Skinny Queen. Try not to feel like these are stuck in the package. Why do these look like prophylactics? Try not to feel like you need to use a certain brand, a certain tool, or a certain technique because that's what they're telling you in whatever video that you're watching. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. Here at the Crazy Troll Nation, we believe in self-acceptance and self-love, embracing our natural features, enhancing them if we want to, when we want to, but never feeling like we have to. This is the main part, y'all. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even when you're not wearing face paint. That's the motto of the Crazy Troll Nation. I hope it resonates with you if you're hearing it for the first time. If you've been with me for a while, I imagine some of you say it with me until I start stumbling over my words. And I do hope that it is one of your daily affirmations to just be who you are and love yourself for who you are, period. I know Skinny Green, right? Yeah. Two things about me. One is I curse sometimes because I curse. I have that at the end of my intro because I know it offends some people. And when I would ask in videos and live streams, some people just don't care. So I said, let me just put it in anyway, just so y'all will know. And the other thing is, there's an organism named Bruce that lives right here in my throat that randomly wants to hiccup, gurgle, and belch. He didn't have enough attention as a child. And so even as an adult, he still acts out to get attention. I try to be aware of him when I hear him, to say excuse me, but sometimes I don't realize it till like after the fact. So if you hear Bruce talking and I don't say excuse me for him, forgive me ahead of time. Thank you, Janet, for Bruce. So this says to stay on at least 10 minutes. And so my time, well, we'll say 3 minutes in, and then we'll take these off. I just got up at 7:15. It was a day, but I'll tell y'all about that. I'll tell y'all about that as we get into the look. I did start my brows. I started the tails, and so while this is marinating, we're going to finish the brows and then jump into the look. We are doing a members request today, and I am very excited for it. This look is for Janet. Official troll Ken here. She wanted a blue Sprite look, and we know that Sprite is like a lemon lime type color. And so I did take out ahead of time, well actually like 20 minutes ago. So Notoriously Morbid Spellcast Beauty side of the brand, Neon Garden. So we're going to use some of these because we're using bright colors. It's a bright green and blue look that she wanted. So we're going to be using this. I haven't used this in a little bit, so I'm excited. And I think for these 9-pan palettes, 8-pan palettes, like one look, I used all the colors. And so that was kind of it. We're also going to use my Anxiety palette, and the shade in there that we're going to use is Transmutation, which is this black right here. And there's one other palette that we're going to use Martine Cosmetics Mission Triple X Inspired Palette. And that's what this looks like. I forget what we're using out of here. I'm thinking this one and maybe this one. This is a dual chrome, so that's purple and blue, so I know not that one. Maybe this blue as well. Oh, this is a nice shade. And no, it's not a dual chrome, but this is nice. So these are the 3 palettes we're going to be working out of. I got an itch on my ear, in my ear. Also, Capacity, Lethal Mascara in white. The PAO for these are only 6 months, and I'm still using it. I do use stuff usually until it irritates my eyes or my skin. The PAO was July 24th this year, says my label. Hi, my name is Dion, and I'm a label whore. And so this helps me narrow it down. Like if my eyes start burning or itching, oh, what is it? Oh, I don't know. I'm like, oh, well, that's the oldest thing I'm using, so that's probably it. I did pull out also these from MAC. These are Color Excess Gel Pencil Eyeliners that I use for inner rooms and lower lash lines. This one is Perpetual Shock. So we're sticking with the blue and green. And then I'll toss in the yellow. So this is Perpetual Shock. This one is The Last Word. And this one is Bananas. And there's a hyphen in between all the letters in bananas. So this is what we're using. This is the brow pencil. We haven't done the face yet. Excuse me. So let me catch up on the chat. I just ate. And all that is left of my lip look is a thin blue mustache. Oh my gosh. You think you'll go walk the dog? Oh my gosh. Like, what did you eat that is blue? And why is it up here? Because mustaches are up here. They're not like, or it could be like a milk stash. They say when people drink milk, it's like right on the upper lip. Oh, wow. Am I missing anybody? Okay, just use 3 so far. Just show more people. Oh, your lipstick was blue. Okay, so it's just the outline of the lipstick left. Oh. Hey, Janessa. We love the crazy Troll Nation story. Yes, Skinny Queen popped in. So excited. Oh, my goodness. Finish the brows. So the story is, I don't know what's happening in my world right now. I did not sleep well, and I was having bizarre dreams. And when I remember my dreams, those are the times when I feel less rested because I'm sleeping lighter than I normally would. I'm not going to say lucid dreams, but along those lines. And so it feels like I'm wide awake. And so I tend to always feel less rested because I feel like I haven't slept. And my phone just kept ringing today. And everything, don't we get the new warning since yesterday, the neighbors and their schedules on Saturday. Well, it's Tuesday, so we're safe. And it wouldn't last long anyway. So, yeah, that was Nina Cobbett. Did they have a schedule? It was just so funny, though. My phone just kept ringing. I have all notifications on my phone on silent except for phone calls. And I did that when my mom was in a nursing home. So like if there's an emergency or they just call for something. Hi, Amy. How are you? So just in case you just got an email from Notoriously Morbid, I might get the lipstick before the end of the year. Which one? Which one, Janet? Oh, the lipsticks you're already waiting for. Because I'm going to say, wait a minute. You don't buy stuff till you get the other stuff. And I'm the same way. And even after I receive an order, it still takes me months to buy more stuff. Because I'm just like... And I am still waiting for one thing. And it said pull for processing. And when I emailed about it, they said they were waiting on 3 ingredients for it. So it still says pull for processing. So I guess when the ingredients come in, that'll be one of the priorities, that and whoever other orders pull for processing they don't have ingredients for yet. Yeah, hey Eden, I owe you an apology. And I'll apologize again when Joe comes in. I did not make it to the mailbox today, to the post office today. And I was just about to tell the story of why my phone just kept ringing, and it'll say scam likely, and it'll just ring twice, and that's it. And so the first ring wakes me up. The second ring, I'm like, fuck, that's the phone. And then I look at it. And by the time I look at it, it already stopped ringing. But that just kept happening. And it does happen more at the end of the year. Scams and, all of that stuff because of Thanksgiving shopping, Christmas shopping, and all of that. One sec, gotta let my money reload. And so So all notifications on my phone are on silent except phone calls. And I did that when my mom was in the nursing home. And people say, well, why don't you just turn off your phone? And I said, well, if it's an emergency with my mom or something happens and they call me, I want to know like as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? And so, hey, Hannah. I don't know why I was going to say Hannibal, like Hannibal Lecter. Hey, Hannah, how are you? My favorite color, my favorite lipstick color, Skinny Queen is right. My favorite lipstick color is black. um, and so even to this day, she's now staying in one of the rooms at one of her sister's houses. And so I still just keep my phone calls on for notifications so it'll actually ring. So just in case something happens still, you know, they will call me. My family has gotten very good at not calling me during the day. Like if they call, it might be like 6, 7 o'clock at night. I had to train them that way because they would still call and I would be like, because I would answer the phone. They would call at like 9 in the morning or something or at 2 in the afternoon and I would answer and they're like, how are you doing? I'm like, I'm sleeping. And so I had to, hey, Ren, how are you? No, I don't listen to Stray Kids. Is that a show? I don't even know what that is. I mean, there's a lot of kids in my development, so sometimes they look like strays because they be just running around playing, but I don't think that's what you're talking about. But if it's a show or something, then no, I don't. I'm glad you're good. New subscriber after dark. Thank you. I appreciate that. What do you declutter? Oh, you decluttered palettes this morning and you counted. Oh, how many do you have? How many did you declutter? That's amazing. Because Janet, and y'all know I declutter quite often, whether I announce it here or not. Okay, thank you, Eden. I appreciate that. And I did look up on I did Google like about how much, and I did weigh it and measure it and everything. And so it should be less than $20. But I'll need to go in during their working hours. Oh, it's K-pop. No, I don't listen to Stray Kids, Ren. To fill out the customs forms. And the post office I go to is also a distribution center. So the lobby is open 24 hours. And so that's why sometimes, like after a live stream, I'm like, okay, I'm going to go to the post office and mail this gift. And y'all be like, girl, where you at? It's like 10:30 at night. How you going to the post office? Because the lobby is open 24 hours. But I need to go when the workers are there so I can do the customs form. And so, man, and I wake up every 90 minutes anyway. But I just kept the phone. I just kept waking up. And I was just like, oh my gosh. When I have lives scheduled, I set my alarm for 6:30, 7:45, and 7:58. So the 6:30 is to wake me up because usually I am still sleeping. And the 7:45 is like, okay, get in gear. Your live is in 15 minutes. And the 7:58, that's when I actually sit here and turn it on to start the live. But my 6:30 alarm went off and I reset it for 7:15, which gave me 45 minutes. I did have some Boathouse Farms, have water here, Mountain Dew here. I didn't drink any yet, and I have salted cashews that I don't know if I'm going to actually get to eat or not. But so that's about the story of my day today. You're bad. Hey, how you doing today? Hi, Sheila. Oh, I'm your bad. What? Oh, thank you, After Dark, because I'm looking at them like, and what's weird, well, I'm weird, in a good way, because those trolls are who we are. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, my brows are good today, and then when I watch it back on the video, I'm just like, girl, one is way over here, one up here, and I'm like, they probably was like, girl, why are you lying to yourself? Because sometimes they do look good, and that ain't it. And I'll be like, damn, like, they look good to me, but they really be jacked up, but thank you. Did I miss Locke? Did I say hi to Locke already? Hey, Locke. Oh, I am so out of it. Ren says, my mama says you're good. Oh, thank you, mama. I appreciate y'all. Oh my gosh, I love cashews. I'm gonna tell y'all a story, and I'm sure they regulate them because at BJ's there's a box of, it'll be like 20. It's like a 1 ounce little packet. It'll be like 24 salted peanuts, and then it might be like maybe 10 or something of honey roasted peanuts, and it might be like 8 packs of the cashews, because we know cashews are the bomb, and so they cost more and all of that. And so they would put out, I don't even have brushes out, they would put out, more of the salted peanuts and maybe like 2 or 3 of the roasted peanuts. And they would put out like 2 packs of the cashews. Every time I saw them, y'all, I would take all the cashews. If they had 2 packs of cashews out, I took the 2 packs. If they had 3 out, I took 3. so every time I would see the tray was full, I go over and look, how many cashews, y'all? I have like 8 packs of cashews in my cabinet, so this is 1 pack. Because they go quick. As soon as I would see them put that tray down, I'd be like... And the coloring is different for the salted peanuts, the honey roasted peanuts, and the cashews. And so when I would see that color for the cashews, I'm like, yeah, let me just wait till nobody look and go in and snatch all the cashews. So for those who are coming in, yeah, cashews. And I like pistachios a lot too, but they're more expensive. But they do get the pack that has the peanuts and the cashews. So for those who came later, today is a members look. The members here at the Crazy Troll Nation, they get one of their many perks is they get to make requests. If you want to see what the perks are, click join. It will not automatically join you. Click join. It'll show you what the perks are. And if you like the perks, then you click join again. And it's a very short process for you to sign up to be a member. And Janet, this is her look. She requested, hey Tanya, she requested a bright green and blue Sprite look. And so we're going to be using blues and greens and yellows and just, why am I taking this out? I already have one out, but I need this one. Excuse me. Bruce acting up already. My members help me name things, and I think I have at least like 12 lethal BYOPs, and they didn't have names for the longest time. And I asked my members to help me name them. So all of my lethal BYOPs now have names. And recently, they helped me name this organism in my throat. When I would get to that part in my intro, I would say there's an organism that lives in my throat, blah, 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 blah. And somewhere along the line, I stopped doing that. And then like a week or so ago, I did it again. And I always say it's there, but I had just stopped saying, like going like this. And so one of my members was like, do we have a name for that organism now that we know where it lives? And I'm like, you know what? We don't. So Janet, in our live stream last night, I believe, I asked the members, because members do get priority here, and they get to make requests and things like that. So I was like, okay, the members that are in here, like, what are we going to call this thing? And Janet said Bruce. And so Bruce lives in here. So Bruce is officially a part of the intro now. He has a name. Hey, Michelle Davison, because it's the other Michelle. I don't know what her last name is, but her channel was Michelle, letter N, and then the word makeup. And then there's another Michelle that comes in named Michelle Caines. And so when it's all 3 of you here, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And so Michelle Caines, I usually just say Miss Caines, or I'll just say her whole name, because it'd be 3 of y'all in here, which is amazing. And so I promise you I'm going as fast as I can. I am just so out of it. I was just like, ooh. Still get giddy hearing it. About Bruce? Or about the 3 Michelles? Or the cursing, because I know if I don't do my intro and later in the video, I'm like, I'll curse and be like, oh, I didn't do the intro. And some people are probably like, what does intro got to do with her cursing? But I do know that makes Michelle Davison laugh. It's like, ooh, I didn't do the intro. And people are like, what does that got to do with her just saying a curse word? What color foundation am I wearing? This is Fenty. This is shade 335. Hi, my name is Dion. I'm a label whore. So y'all see everything. Yeah. Shade 335. This is the radiant one, the luminizing one. This one does not oxidize. And the soft matte, I wear 335. That one does oxidize. And it's just weird. So it is something with the formula. When I first started the radiant one, I put that on 1/2 of my face, and it was my color. I put soft matte over here. It looked like it was too light. But when it dried down, both sides looked exactly the same. Because I don't like how shiny this makes me look, I do pair this with the soft matte primer. And when I use the matte foundation, I use the luminous primer, because I just like that mix better. And once I tone it down, once I set it with powder, it tones down the shine some. This that I just put under my nose was Natasha Denona NY12. The 3 dots I put under my eyes are the NY11, is the NY11. And so that's all of that I just did. So we're going to set the face. We're going to rush through. Yeah, I'm tired. We're going to, should I sip some Mountain Dew? Because in like in 20 minutes, I'll be like, what brand again? Fenty, the Fenty Beauty foundation. Thank you. I think I used, oh, you know what? That's a candle. That thank you is a candle. It was in a swag bag at a conference I went to. And sometimes I like candles and sometimes I don't. But I keep it because I don't know where this black piece of hair came from. Maybe that wig cat when I was missing. I just spit when I laugh, excuse me. And so I'm like, I'm gonna put that in there. And I be forgetting I have all of those in there. Now all I can think of is you looking around and then bolting to the cashew shop. Yeah, it's in a big tray and they line up the roasted peanuts, the salted and the cashews. And so I'll be looking, because I know what color the cashew one is. I'll be looking. He's on over. Snatch and grab and run. I don't really run. But I'd be like, and then I walk off. Seriously, I'll be like, just taking one at a time in case somebody looking. And I always make sure there's nobody else at the table because, like, what if they want cashews and they're like, okay, she stood here and just took all 3 packs of cashews. So I'll be fake being considerate. Make sure nobody don't want them before I take them. And then, like, the next day they'll put out, like, 2 more and I'll be like, this is the Fashion Fair powder. The shade I wear is Truly Tawny. I set under my eyes first because I have wonderful wrinkles. And so I set here with the brush that I use for the concealer first. And I do kind of pat it out a little bit, blend it out a little bit. Otherwise, I mean, because it does crease pretty much right away. So that's why I kind of get the wrinkles out and then set it. And then I'll use a bigger brush to set the rest of my face. I love this powder. I used to love Laura Mercier, and some people still swear by Laura Mercier. And then I tried the Hourglass translucent powder. Laura Kick Rocks. I was all about Hourglass. Fashion Fair well, they relaunched because they have been away for years. So I tried their powder. That knocked Hourglass out the box. And so it's just the way, it's just the formula. Like, it is really finely milled, and so is Hourglass. But it's just something about the Fashion Fair. They do have different shades. I think it's either 6 or 8 different shades. But this one is my color. Like, look at this. Like, it's like, do you even have powder on? And this is not translucent, but it is my color. I love this powder. And I always put on too much, which is why it ends up on my shirt. But yeah, so I can't even show you much in here because I'm almost done. But this is what it looks like. So yeah, that is me. Me in the jar in powder form. Make sure I'm not missing comments. Help me get some choice. And one of those is military, of course. Me with hearts, because I'm just so adorable. Did you put it? No, thank you. Hey, me love, how are you? Sup, girly? How you doing tonight? You guys keep saying show all comments and top comments, and I can't figure out how to see how mine display. And they changed it, even for videos. Like, if I'm watching somebody's video and I go to leave a comment, it'll say press such and such if you want to see all the comments. And it used to just show all the comments. Like, if you would scroll down, you would just see all the comments. YouTube, they do stuff every week something changes. And I don't always like the changes. And so I have to actually, when I want to leave a comment to someone's video, and if it's not like hundreds of comments, I will read all the comments. And it'll say something like click new comment or newest comments in order to see all of them, where it used to always show all of them. But it's doing a thing now where even for videos, they only show like certain comments or like the top comments. How do they know what's the top comment or not? Like, how do they know what we really want to see? I want to see all of them. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm talking about. Powder on my shirt because I use a fluffy brush and I put too much on the brush, and so that's that. But for live streams, it's like the coast clear, like yeah, and I'll be like, pew, take off with the cashews. So for live streams, there's a little gear shift and a comment button at the bottom. And when you push it, then it has chat filter, and this defaults on top chat. And so I just clicked it down, and then the next one down says all messages, which says all messages show every message, including potential spam. And then there's fan funding. I've never clicked that. And that's super chats, super stickers, channel memberships, and giftings. And so I don't know what that one does. And then it has none, hide all chat comments, because some people do live streams and videos where comments are not enabled. Hi, Mira. Hey, Jay, how are you? Lewis. Oh, okay. I was just, okay. Yo, I am out of it. By random, Deep Level 11, by random, Watermelon Bliss. I'm thinking we shouldn't use Watermelon Bliss because that's really bright and we're going for, that's not the right color. I'm going to put that back and I'm going to take Pomelo Peach because I'm keeping in mind we're doing a Sprite look, a blue Sprite look. And we'll just take Golden Pyrite, which is not really a color. It's just shine. So I'm trying to do everything, keep with the theme. Oh, excuse me, I dropped something. What is CLT? So this is the bronzer, and you can see my natural contour already, like right here. So I kind of, well, not kind of, I do just put it there, and then I bring it in a little bit further sometimes, and then sometimes I don't. It depends on what I'm feeling for that day. And y'all see I'm kind of haphazard with it as well. This is Deep Level 11, and it's described as deep, warm, rosy undertones. And y'all are saying, like, girl, that looks harsh and looks patchy. It'll fix itself. Trust me. It'll fix itself. And if it doesn't, which it will, once we get to the Hourglass finishing powder, that has a way of just like smoothing everything out. So if you have any problems with blending anywhere, once you get to that Hourglass powder, you ain't got no problems. When I look back at the live when I did Tanya and Kay's look, when I kept putting, and I think it was this shade because this is my darkest one, when I was putting it like right here, for those who are new, check out how weird my chin is. My double chin is only right here. Usually it goes all the way across, right? No, the sucker is right here. When I told you I'm weird. But I remember I went like this and I was putting this here. And I did notice a difference like when I was watching the live stream back. So, I mean, and I do know contouring works. I do know contouring works. But it's like, because I don't do it often. So when I see it, I'm just like, ooh, that really does work. And I know it does. I do like contouring on my clients, but I seldom do it for me. And I do use bronzer and contour interchangeably because it's a bronzer. And you see I was contouring with it. And so I do usually put some on my nose. Yeah, Michelle, look, it's right here. It ain't nothing over here. It's right here. I showed it to my doctor. Excuse me. I said, yeah, this is weird. I said, my double chin doesn't go all the way over. And she said, what do you mean? And I went, it's right there. And she went, that is weird. I said, I know, I just said that. Yo, my doctors, when I be telling them stuff and they look, they be like, oh yeah, that's strange. I'm like, this cannot be the weirdest thing you saw in your 40-year career as a doctor. Like, it just cannot be. Hello. I don't want to mispronounce your name. I have a thing about mispronouncing names. I don't know where your button went, Skinny Queen. Anissa? Thank you. Pomelo Peach. We're going to use the same brush. We're going to put this, like, right here. See how subtle? This is pretty, though, right? And we are blending it into the bronzer back here. That's what I should have said, Janet, because I was like, I hate mispronouncing people's names. And I think that comes from me disliking when people call me a name I didn't say. And I'm just like, I didn't introduce myself as that. Why are you calling me that? But some people just, you know, I think it's just rude. They just think they can just call you whatever. And I'm like, I didn't introduce myself as that. This is Golden Pyrite. All three of these are House Labs. Hey, Shawanda. I said that wrong. I'm gonna just call you Wanda. I hope that's okay. And this is a highlighter, so we're gonna just put this right here. Same brush. It always amazes me how, even though I go bronzer, which is dark, blush, which is light, highlighter, which is even lighter, using the same brush, you still see everything. Like, it doesn't make it muddy. I don't know how, but I love it. My nose is toasty. I'm cold, y'all, too. When I go to bed, I put my thermostat on. We're going to take Mood Light from Hourglass. When I go to sleep, I turn my thermostat down to 67, and usually it stays warmer than that because of whatever the temperature was on during the day. I will put it on 69. If I realize my toes are numb, then I'll put it on 71, sometimes 73. But before I go to bed, I turn it down to 67 because I'm under blankets. But by the time I get up, it is 67 degrees in here. And I thought to keep it that way because sitting in front of these lights, I do get hot. But I was very chilly. And yes, I do have on a short sleeve shirt. So I did put it on 69. So that's part of why my nose is red. Because really, it is really nice people, right? None of the not so good trolls. We're going to spray the face. And then I have a piece of lint in my eye or something. Oh, excuse me, y'all, if this freaks you out. Excuse me. I felt like it was something in my eye. Hey, Joanna. Fort Worth, Texas. What time is it for me? Right now, it's about 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. This is the Scandinavia, the makeup finishing spray, which I love. Yeah, I'm on the East Coast in the United States. I have family in Texas, in the Dallas, Fort Worth area. And when I was in the military, they sent me to Fort Sam Houston and then to Fort Hood. Hey, Tom. You cut hair for free? I cut mine for free. What's weird, another weird thing about me, I promise, Janet, we're going to get to your look. You see how pale my scalp is, right? Why is this line right here so dark? Like, why? And that's not the bronzer or the makeup. Like, what the hell? That's almost as weird as the partial double chin. Y'all, my features. Oh my gosh. It's 5:31. Is it Tuesday there or Wednesday? And is it day or night where you are? And this is for me. I'm looking at comments. Yeah, I started cutting my hair at the end of COVID. I think it's 2021 is when I started cutting my own hair. Just scrolling through, put my attention. Oh, thank you. Carmen, how are you? Thank you so much. Yeah, lots of friendly people. Everybody's good. We're going to put the blue on the inner rims. And again, this is from MAC. If this freaks you out too, I am sorry. I know some people, anything with the eyes, as far as like the inner rims or how I just pulled this down and put my finger in it to clean out whatever was in there. I know that freaks some people out. Something I watched, oh my gosh, I think I was in like my early 20s. It was a facelift surgery. I am not squeamish, y'all. And I was just watching this like, wow, that's fascinating. So they do the incision around here, right? They pull the skin down. It's like something in a horror movie. They pull the skin down. So you see like their tissue underneath and, you know, their facial muscles underneath. And I was just sitting there like, wow, this is so cool. And I'm like, then I started thinking, how many people would look at this and turn away, be like, okay, that's gross. So when people say they have facelift surgeries, like I wonder if they have them look at a video of one, because it was like something from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like where they just peel the skin down. And then what they do is they trim some of the skin. Like say this is pulled down, they might trim like an inch, and then they pull it back up and stretch it. So that's what gives the facelift, because it's lifting everything. And then they do the stitches. But I was just like, wow, that is so awesome. But it was really just like, okay, that's, who would find that fascinating but me? Other people would, I'm sure. But I was like, how many people would be like, what the hell? Because it did look really gruesome. And then to think about, okay, the person is alive. They're under anesthesia, so they don't know. But then that's why when they wake up and the anesthesia wear off, like, why my whole face hurt? Well, they pulled your skin down and trimmed some off and then pulled it back up and stitched it. That's why your face hurts. That's why they have it bandaged up like that. I do feel like I'm waking up and I still have not had any Mountain Dew, so that's a good thing. I did have Green Goodness Boathouse Farm stuff. But yeah, I was just like, oh wow. And did y'all know, watching on the big screen, oh, I love watching YouTube on my TV. I have a 65-inch. I am in the United States. Skinny Queen is making up stuff. 55 decluttered. That's awesome, Janet. Excuse me. I thought the lines were makeup. I don't know what lines you're referring to. And I do that a lot in chat because we just talk and keep moving. So sometimes we have like different conversations going on. We're going to put the yellow on the first half of lower lash line. Let's see. Yeah, it is. It's blue. It's blue. Now we're going to put the yellow on the first half and the green on the second half. Yeah, it is. I'm on the West Coast, says Michelle Davidson. Yeah, so you're 3 hours behind the time here where I am. Women in New York gets facelifts often. She indicated she desires her husband to see where his money goes. In addition, she does it because she can. Man. Did y'all know? I don't have kids. And so this kind of stuff to me, I'm just like, I'm told, y'all who have kids, let me know if this is true. I'm popping in and out, says Janessa worked off. Yes. Come back to that gorgeous blue. And so this is what I'm told. I don't know if it's true. But I was told, like, after a woman gives birth, like, there's, I don't know quite how to say it. It's like they're giving birth a second time when the placenta comes out. So they said it's like a whole nother, like, you know, push this out thing. Is that true? Those of you who have kids? My eyes keep tearing. This is a lipstick applicator. And I was just like, what? Because, of course, you don't ever see that part in movies. It's like, oh, push, oh, the head's here, and the baby's here. So I'm like, is it really that you push again to get the placenta out, to get the sac out? I don't want to Google Pixel 19. YouTube, stop trying to make me buy one. I bought Dion's membership. I'm broke now. Skinny Queen. For those who don't know, the membership is $2.99 a month. This one is tearing up. Let me keep going because this is still tearing. What country am I from? I'm in the United States. I'm not proud of that fact because all the bullshit that's going on right now. And y'all, we are 12 months in. Well, we'll say 11 because the day is only the 2nd of December. But all this craziness that happened, like, we're still okay for the most part. It's true, but after the pain of pushing the baby, it doesn't hurt. Oh, okay. Because I always wondered, like, is that for real? Or even when there was on, I forget what news channel it was. I don't know if it was CNN on YouTube. It was a black lady and her husband. They were at the hospital. She's had kids before, so she's like, I know I was in labor. She said, I know I was in labor. They checked me. I was 3 centimeters. They had me wait. Then they checked me again, and the nurse said that she can see the baby's head. So the baby was crowning, but she was still only 3 centimeters. And so they discharged her from the hospital. 8 minutes away down the road, she gave birth in the car. And so that was the thing, like, okay, she was there. Y'all sent her away, and she had her baby in the car. And her husband's like, I was just trying not to panic. And I was just like, oh, my God. So then I was thinking, like, how messy was that? Because giving birth can be messy. And then you have, you know, the afterbirth to push out. So I was just like, I mean, it's just amazing. When I think about women's bodies, we are some miraculous creatures because we go through some shit with our bodies. I don't know what is happening. Or you notice in my lashes, our bodies go through some serious shit. And we just roll with it. We just deal with it. I like that they came out with, I'm going to take this one. Me neither, Skinny Queen. I'm not. What's my culture? I know you were from Italy, Skinny Queen. I don't know what my culture is because I just do me. Like I was raised in the inner city. I'm a black person. Um, I don't necessarily say I'm African American because none of my immediate ancestors are from Africa, and that was a source of controversy years ago because African Americans were well, Africans from Africa was like, y'all are not African Americans. Like, we just flew here from Africa. We were born there, raised there. And I do get it because we don't know. Well, I'll speak for myself. I don't know their culture. You know what I mean? I don't know their lingo. And so I thought it was a valid argument. We're going to take the blue and blend in between Sending Baby Dust. Are you an icon of cast eye? I don't know what that is. Michelle has the baby. We're just going to put this where the green and the yellow are. And I'm going lightly because you see this is like moving my wrinkles. My gorgeous wrinkles. I do like my wrinkles, y'all. I earned every one. There was a Christian artist. His name was Rich Mullins. He's dead now. He looked haggard. And he would say, people be like, oh my gosh, like you just look so haggard, or you blah, 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 blah. Because my profile looks like I'm an icon. What is an icon? You mean like an icon, like a famous person, or something else? And he said they were like, oh, you just look, you know. And he grew up in the Badlands, like Nevada area. He stayed a lot on reservations, and you know, sun with no sunscreen, that type of thing. And he said people were like, oh my gosh, like you just look so tired and your skin, da 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 da. And he said, I'm supposed to look like this. I was like, wow. I'm not a fan of pulling skin, but I just want to blend this out a little bit as much as I can because that MAC does dry pretty quick. He said, I'm supposed to look like this. He said, I've had a rough life. And I thought that was really like, wow. He's like, I'm supposed to look like this. I was like, I thought that was interesting. And I don't mind my wrinkles. I don't mind my laugh lines because that just shows that there are times in my life where I've been happy and I laughed a lot. And I am very expressive with my face. Okay, thank you for popping in. Thank you so much. Welcome back anytime. All right, let's get with this eyeshadow. Transmutation, I'm sure, is just to deepen up the outer corner. I'm not from Italy, but I'm just saying because I'm not trying to... Skinny Queen. I'm getting to the point. I'm like, I don't know. I'm going to just take everything you say with a bucket load of salt. Skinny Queen be acting up, y'all. She's a lot of fun, though. Did I miss Mary? Oh, hey, Mary. You just getting here. The brows are perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much. We're going to start with the eyes. Where's my primer? And the paint pot. So, we know Dion's not. Dion's not what? Oh, yeah, I had one palette from them. I didn't care for the formula. Excuse me. There go Bruce. All right, so even though we did pull this one for the greens and blues, now that I'm looking at this one, Janet, like this green is not that dissimilar from that green. This blue is not that different from that blue. This green here is darker than that green. And this is like a shimmer. Well, that's just a lighter version. So I'm thinking like, are we really going to use this one? Because I think we can do everything, but there's no yellow. I think maybe that's what it was the yellow. Maybe that's what it was. All right, so I have both of these open. So I'm trying to think of what I want to put where. So we're using blues and greens. Or what we might do is lay down a mat and then put the shimmer on top of it. The shimmer, counterpart. What we're going to do, Jen, I think, is how I did under here. I'll do the yellow here, put some blue in the middle, and then green over here. How does that sound? Hey, Tanya. So that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. So we're going to start the eyes. Thank all of you for being here. Yo, I am so tired. I am so tired. Something else sold on Macari, so I'll take that tomorrow also. But that gets dropped off at UPS, and the UPS is on the way to the post office. One of my wake ups tomorrow, which is what I intended to do today during one of my wake ups, was to go to the post office. And I think that's what I did yesterday, because yesterday was Monday. Yeah, one of my wake ups, I got up and, yeah, when I went to UPS and, because I had to drop off something, and then I went somewhere, something. Cat Size Global Girl Group who likes to perform. They're famous. I thought you were an icon because that's right. Oh, okay. I'm troll famous. Right? Right? Feels like something's in his eye. When I do my inner realm, sometimes a piece of the eyeliner will get caught in my lashes, and then sometimes it finds its way into my eye. And so I kind of think that's what happened today. Okay, that's cool. But no, I just think the picture is funny. My granddaughter's thinking, okay. I keep forgetting you got grandkids. I keep misplacing that memo. This is Max Paint Pot and Groundwork. Y'all, look at this. We do got a back up in the box. I'm sitting here just waiting for me to get to where I can't get any of this out. And I do like using this as a base on top of the Fenty. Are we going to do wings or anything? Let's just bring this out just in case. Granddaughter's kind of picturing. I know, I thought she was really young too. And it was, I don't know if it was last night's live or live last week. She was like, and she said how old she was. I was like, what? And she was like, well, yeah, I got grandkids. I'm like, I didn't get that memo, or I misplaced it. I'm like, I didn't know she had grandkids. Yeah, I keep thinking she's really young too. That's because she be acting up. She's a lot of fun. And when I think of like grandparents, they're usually not fun and entertaining. And so maybe that's why I keep thinking she's younger. Yeah, I was just like, what? Yeah, she put her age, and I'm like, wait a minute, are you being serious? And she was like, yeah. I was like, wow. Okay. I have no brushes out. Janet, do you want me to hold up the palettes before I put the color on, or just do the damn thing? Ooh. We're going to start with green. We're going to start with the green from, what? I'm really younger than that. Everyone missing the function. Your mom was a grandmother at 33. It does happen. It does happen. Just do it. Thank you, Janet. This is from Miss and Triple X Inspired. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. Maybe we'll use that yellow as a transition shade. This shade, y'all. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Hey, Paulette. I like when y'all speak to each other because sometimes that triggers me to look to see where the person is. Because I do want to stay up with the chat. But then also I'm like, we got a lot of stuff to do. And we've been here already almost an hour. And we just now getting to the eye look. We really be just hanging out. Oh my gosh. Early this morning. I'm nocturnal for the new people. So I go to sleep after the sun come up. But it was like 4 or 5 o'clock. I was scheduling the live streams that, if y'all may have noticed, that I scheduled. I did the thumbnails. I edited the description boxes. I was just like, I need to go to bed. But then, like, once I get started, I have a problem with not finishing something that I start. And so I'm just like, let me just get this done. But it was a lot of work. We're going to take the blue from Neon Garden. Yeah, we're going to take the blue from Neon Garden. And this is a pretty combination. And it's sticking. Like, this is not spreading too far. It sticks. And so when people are like, you need to use, or you should use, I think I've talked about it so much that people are saying things differently than how they used to. Instead of like, you need to use this. Now they're like, well, if you use such and such, it might work better. But for me, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer, and the paint pot does adhere very well. Well, powder does adhere well to the paint pot too. It is. Oh my gosh. This is from Neon Garden. That's this blue right here, Michelle. Yeah. Yeah. So we're going for Sprite. The blue Sprite look. I don't know why I keep thinking 7-Up, and I'm going to tell you why. I just realized why. My neighbor doesn't drink a lot of, she doesn't intake a lot of carbs. In some places you go, you get a free 2-liter soda with, you know, whatever your order. And so she got 7-Up. And she's like, here, I want you to take this because I know you drink 7-Up. I said, well, really, ginger ale, but I'll take it. Like, I'm not opposed to 7-Up. So, like, every other day I'll drink, like, a cup of that because it was a whole 2-liter of 7-Up. And so that's what I keep thinking of 7-Up now. But no, this is Sprite. But they are kind of the same, that lemon lime flavor. I thought it was creasing in here. If it creases, it's because the paint pot where the Fenty primer started to dry in the crease, which it does because my crease is under this wonderful hood that I got here. And so I have to pay attention to putting shadow directly in there. And that's why I try not to wait too long after priming and putting the paint pot on to put the shadow on, because once the shadow is there, it sets it. That's what I don't get about people when they set their primer with like a translucent powder. I'm like, your eyeshadow is a powder. So like I don't, like, somebody help me understand. And I'm not knocking it if y'all do this. I just don't understand. They put powder on their primer to set it, but then your eyeshadow is a primer. I mean, your eyeshadow will set the primer, so why not just go in with the eyeshadow? Or is it that their eyelids are just that oily that they need something extra? You know what I mean? Because some people, the people I hear that do that, they do say they have oily lids. So is it just their lids are that oily that when they don't put down the powder, it creases more than if they just put the eyeshadow on top? Yeah, I'll be thinking of the weirdest things. And not that it's really weird, but I think of things that are not significant. Like, who cares if somebody sits with a powder and then put the shadow on? But I'll be wondering, like, why? Like, is that really necessary? But apparently it is if they do that, because you find what works for you, and that's what works for them. But I just wonder sometimes. My 8-year-old knows all the words already. He has come to his own political conclusions. They know a lot. By the way, your account name is Camilla. Oh, that's a pretty name. Welcome, Camilla. Did I miss Chris? Miss Chris, I'm rhyming here. Hey, Chris. Hi. I'm unfortunately, I'm in the United States. I'm not proud to be here. Excuse me. Where are you from? It's because sometimes we get a lot of people from the United States, and in some live streams, we get a lot of people from other countries, which I think is amazing. And I know I say quite often that, okay, we have the blue and the green. So maybe we'll take, oh shoot, a darker blue. But then it's more like a purple, and that'll lighten up the look. We're going to take the green from in Neon Garden, and we're going to put that on the opposite of the blue. Neon, just do what I do, say you're from it. Chat is hopping. It is, and it's amazing to me because lots I use powder because of my oily lids, and the powder allows for my eyeshadow to blend nicely without tugging on my lids. Okay, that makes sense. And that's like me with the Fenty primer. It's so tacky, like I can't just swipe. And so I do get what you're saying. I have to like tap it on first and then go back. Okay, thank you for that, Lock. Because I really be like, why? And I know it works for whoever that person is, but I still be like, but the eyeshadow is a powder too. Michelle's asking if anybody in the chat uses an Ulta Eye Primer as a glitter glue. I have never used glitter primer or glitter glue because I don't need to, because the Fenty primer is tacky. So when people would say, you should use a tacky primer, I'm like, the Fenty primer is a tacky primer for me. So like, what are you talking about? But it's usually people who are not familiar with how I do my makeup that question or say what I should do with my makeup. This is a green. My brush. Can I at least see where it went so I know where to go get it later? What the hell? That brush was just jumped out of my... I really don't see the brush. Where the hell did it go? Ow, my hip just popped. Luckily, I have like 9 of these. The blue is on the sensor. This is what we just put over here. But it looks like it's the blue one. The shadow lied. And I think maybe it's just because of what I put it next to that it just kind of blends in. But that is, I mean, okay. Taking that green. I have no idea. Yo, I don't even see the brush. And I'm looking under the table and everything. I'm at the, after live, I'm gonna have to get up and step back and then be like, where is this brush? It's important for me to at least see it so I'll remember like where it is. Because there's been times where I couldn't find a brush, and then like a month later, it's like way in the back against the baseboard somewhere, and I'm like, oh, that's where that brush went last month. So it's like, yeah, they blend in together. Like right here, I can see this is green and this is blue, but at first glance, though, it's like it's the same color. Going back to the brush that had the blue. Is that the one I dropped? We're gonna take a clean one because I don't know. Going back to the blue. Does it look like it was faded in here? What fascinates me, even though, okay, let me just focus. My OCD is like, where's the brush? Trying to think of what. Do we want to take a matte green? Take a matte green. From in, and I know, Janet, you said just go with it. I just stuck my finger in the pink. We're going to take this green, this lime green. I could have been telling you all the names of the shadows because I do have them on here. So we're going to take, I just stuck my fingers in all kind of stuff. Where the hell did that brush go? So we're going to put this over here. Oh, this is pretty. The thing with putting a muted matte next to a bold shimmer is I can see that line of demarcation. And that I don't like how that looks. And that's because of how light this shade is. So we're going to blend. Oh, the VA hospital called me today amongst my many phone calls. Makeup looks like avatarish. Hey, Gabriel, how are you? I just saw you. Come back this Monday, Gabriel. Dion and I are switching styles. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Because I know she's going to know mine and probably be bored with it. But I'm not confident that I can nail her aesthetic because her makeup is so bold and so beautiful. Now this side did blend. This side is not wanting to blend. Tanya said something and I saw and I meant to go back to use the Ultra Primer. You think you put a bug at the Brandy Monica concert and say, probably. I hope you feel better soon. I remember when the world opened back up after COVID, which is still here. Everybody I know that went on a cruise came back sick. And I'm like, well, keep your ass at home. Keep your ass at home. People travel and come back sick. So you probably did. But I do hope you feel better soon. This is looking like it wants to start blending. Okay, so we're not. You had a nail polish to color the shadow gradient called Jana from Julep. Okay. Hey, Joe. Did you just get here, Joe? I owe you an apology. I already apologized to Eden. I didn't make it to the post office today. I kept waking up from strange dreams, and then my phone kept ringing off and on, and so I really feel like I didn't sleep much. And y'all know I wake up every 90 minutes anyway, so it's like, girl, I want to know where that damn brush is. Are we Sprite-ing at it? I kind of, we'll put a little bit of black here, but I still want, I do like how that green is looking, and this is definitely a blue-green look, a bright green and blue look, which I am pleased with, because sometimes when I do requested looks, I'm like, I don't know if I made it to what I was supposed to do. We have 3 of these, so we're gonna use our 3 of these. Thank you, Joe. I just don't like when I say I'm gonna do something and then I don't. And I know that's a me thing, because people are like, oh, it's no big deal, it's okay. And I'm like, but I said, it's not, I looked, it's not under my chair. I looked under the chair. Right now I'm looking under the table. There's a step stool under there that I put my feet on. I don't see it. And it's one of these. It was a silver handle, so it should be like, hi. But it's not talking to me. We're going to take, we're going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. We're going to take that shimmer green that we put here. We're going to put that over that yellow under here. We're going to wrap it just a little bit. We're going to put that here. No, you did not. You did not pick a liner. And that, no, because it's not on my paper. But I do have the mascara, the white mascara from Lethal called Capacity. And didn't pick out a lip either. So you can let me know. I did declutter some more of my lippies. But no, you didn't pick a liner. Do you want me to do a yellow? White liner? Okay. This, we're using two. This is Neon Garden from Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid, and we're using a Lethal BYOP, some of the greens and blues from in here, and we're going to use another Lethal BYOP to use a black, if Janet still wants me to use that black to deepen up the outer corner or something. So you can let me know if you still want me to use that or not, Janet. White liner. Okay, so put that down. Then we're going to take the blue, that shimmer blue that's in the middle of our lid, and we're going to put that here. I love this brush for this. So you can let me know, Janet, about what was I saying? A lip color. So I do have some greens and blues from Notoriously Morbid. Something just got in this eye. We're going to take a, we're going to do a matte yellow. I really like how this is looking. Skinny Queen, can I see the palettes that came in mind for the color story? Yes, I did in the beginning. I'll do it again at the end. Skinny Queen. This is one of those yellows. It looks very bold. When you put it on, like you see it, but then it just kind of fades away, which I like. This is a good shade for like blending out other shades if you want. Because this looks like a hint of color. It's not a lot at all. So it's like there, but not there. Because I can see like a little bit right here and like right there. And that's also the yellow that we're going to use for our transition shade for the lip. Blue or black? Ooh. Ooh. You know I love me a black lip. So what I'll do is I'll take out the blue and the black. And if you have a preference, this is still that yellow shade. So we're going to put this up here. And we did not wing out our shadow, which I wasn't sure if we actually were or not. So this is a good blend out shade. It looks like it'll be like, wow, but it's just, I think I might bring the lid shades up some more just because I have space up there, or just leave it. Because, you know, my eye shape is what it is. This is a great blend out shade, this yellow. Do you want me to still use the black, Janet, for like the outer corner, or just do a graphic line or something with it? Giovanna doesn't have to. I missed that one. Thank you, Janessa. Yeah, I missed that one. I did miss some comments. Skinny Queen, when somebody says something that we may consider inappropriate, just ignore that person. And either Janessa or Janet will deal with that, because I don't want to distract from the chat. And so just ignore as much as possible when somebody comes in and they're just being a not so good type of troll. You know what I mean? Yeah, but I'm saying please don't do that. Skinny Queen, that's what I'm asking you. Because they're here for attention, and if you feed the fire, it's just going to keep going. So just let Janet or Janessa get rid of them. And I say that to myself too, because I sometimes might be about to go off. But yeah, just ignore and let them do. No, it's okay, because when I first started doing lives on a regular basis, we're going to take this brush. I'm going to dip into, I have 3 of these, I think. We're going to go into that green. No, we're going to go into that blue because I want to bring these up just a little bit more. When I first started doing lives on a regular basis and people would come in, y'all had my back. I was like, oh my word. Y'all went in. I don't even remember who it was because that was a while ago. And they were like, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, everybody calm down. Everybody calm everybody calm down. I was just like, oh shit. Like y'all was on it. And I was just like, okay, let's just let the moderators do their job so we don't get distracted and so we can continue just focusing on, the topic or the makeup or whatever. But I was like, oh my God, like y'all was ready to fight. I was like, damn. And I do appreciate it. I was like, oh my God, like they're about to go to blows over here. Like, what the hell? Then we're going to take that green from the Lethal palette. And we're just going to bring that up just a little bit. Yeah, y'all were like, I was like, oh gosh. So I'm glad we were on the internet because I'm like, I really think a fight would have broke out. Because y'all was, ooh, I was like, ooh. I appreciate it, y'all, but let's not feed the not so good trolls. Feed the not so good trolls. And so we're going to just leave this like that. We're going to take another one after I just said we're going to leave it like that because I do have 3 of those. And so we're just going to just feather all the way across. Breathless Vanessa. What I like about live streams is that we're all here at the same time in the same place, but physically we're in different time zones and in different places. And that always amazes me. It always amazes me when somebody comes in, oh, I'm from here, I'm from there. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, wow. Like, and I be telling y'all the crazy trollation is worldwide. It really is. I think that is just so freaking cool. Hey, Callie Spencer, how are you? Did I miss anything? In the chat world, it feels like a happier place. Yep, when everybody's friendly. I feel more protective of my friends when they hate comments than myself. I think it's kind of like a rite of passage when you start getting them. Maybe. Remember when I got on it the first time a long time ago? Yeah, y'all was going in. Excuse me. Friggin' Bruce. Hey, Brenda. Thank you, Callie Spencer. Miss Lauren Hill, thank you. It wasn't terrible, but it was rude enough that I felt. Yeah. And I trust y'all judgment. I mean, that's cool. Because sometimes I do be missing it. And you know what? They don't have to like the look. My thing is, just click off the video. Just click off. Watch somebody else. I'm kind of thinking this is cool. You still want me to use the Black Janet? So this is pretty. And I like that it's green and then blue. And even though that green blends in, so it looks like green, blue, and green. I like that. Did I miss Bailey? Did I miss Belly? Oh, hey, Belly. Lord Cara Belly. Hi, how are you? You don't need the black. I didn't think so either. So, the palettes we're using, Neon Garden from the Spellcast Beauty side of Notoriously Morbid. This is what that looks like. We use these 2 shades right here because we're going for a bright blue and green look. I actually do really like this look. So thank you, Janet, for this request. And we're also using my Martine Cosmetics Mission XXX inspired palette. And the only shades we used from here was this green, this yellow that we put in the transition, and down here. And we used this blue. So that's all we used from there. Liner. Oh. And she wanted circle gems. Where are we putting the gems? I could just make something up. Me too, Eden. This is really, and I don't think I would have thought to do this. And so when the members give requests, I'm like, wow, this is really pretty. But it's something I doubt that I would have thought to do on my own. I didn't eat any of my cashews. I'm gonna eat a half of a cashew. Put that in the kitchen. I'm kind of that girl that show. You're not going to call me no bitches. Above the brows, just do like that. I didn't look like that. Where was I? Oh my gosh, I forgot how dry cashews are. There's a piece like stuck in my tooth. So just do like a do little circles. Where was I when I did that look? It was a black and gray look. It was shaded. And so I did a design like this, and I shaded it black and then down to gray. And I think I did put gems around there. Yo, that damn thing stuck in my teeth. Well, my tooth. What am I looking for? Eyeliner brush. I want a thinner one. Ah. No, where's that other one that's really thin that works really well for the water activated paints? Y'all hear all these brushes, right? I got a lot of brushes. Thank you, Skinny Queen. I like that look a lot too. That was my first time doing shading that kind of way, but how sharp it was. So here's the water. This is a bundle. Lethal Cosmetics. It didn't come with the palette. I had an empty palette, empty 9-pin palette. This is their water activated bundle, and it came with 10, but the palette only goes up to 9, and so the black one is in here because I seldom use the black. But it came with the bundle, so we're going to use this one. This shade is called Mixtape. It is like stuck in my tooth. I keep water in here. I do change it out when it starts to look gross, which is usually after I use like a red. So we're going to dip the brush in there. It is like a piece of cashew. And then we're going to put this in here. So it's water activated. So the water is what activates it, because when it's dry, like nothing's happening. And so we're going to put this on upper lash line. I know I got quiet. Was I talking about anything significant? I know I'll just be making up stuff. I'm gonna see how much water is left. I feel like I should have my arm on the table. I thought I saw a heart out the corner of my eye. When I did this side, I had my elbow on the table. This side, I don't have my elbow on the table. I'm gonna put some more water in it. I hate having something stuck in my tooth. Stuck on my tooth. This is too wet. So if it's too wet, I'll tap it. If it's too wet, I'll tap it on the palette I use for a primer and foundation. And then we're going to go over this again. I should have started from the outside since that's where it was not right. That would have made sense. My elbow is on the table. Hello, DeCasa. I'm gonna bring this out just a little bit. We ain't gonna go crazy with the wings. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Keep it in the safe zone. That's all we're gonna do, except for this. And the mascara is white. Y'all, that mascara looks like false lashes when I put it on. I like this side how I did that, but I don't like how that side looks. That little hook. I got it out of my tooth. That was annoying. Thank you, Joe. Sometimes I be lying to myself. My eyes doth deceive me. I be like, oh, my brows look good today. And then when I watch it back after it's on YouTube, and because I'm watching on the big screen, like one be up here, one be over here, and I'll be like, girl, and you just said how great your brows look, and they looking cray cray. They be lying to me. My eyes be like, oh, they look good. But yeah, I do like how they came out today. They are friendly today. Mascara. And then we'll do the gems. And then we'll look at my blue and black lipsticks. We're going to use this just because we can. This is eye primer. This is Lancome. I don't really know if this really works or not. And I think it's because the mascaras that I use, for the most part, they do what they say they're going to do. If it says it'll make your lashes look longer, it makes my lashes look longer. Thank you for the hearts. If it says it'll make your lashes look thicker, it makes my lashes look thicker. So I don't really know if this actually works. And this is Capacity from Lethal. This right here, y'all gonna be like, girl. I do have, why did I just get loud? I do have a white eyeliner, a pencil. Janet, should I put that on my inner rims? I have that blue in there, but just to add more white. Are you almost done? Because this usually shows up a lot. You should try the zebra lips. Put on a black lipstick. That'll be another request for your look, Skinny Queen. That is a good idea. And I have seen it look before. This is Janet's look. That is a good idea, though. That would be great for a troll play look, which is where I just do stuff, like just randomly. I might have an idea in my head, but it is just really just doing stuff just to see what happens. I think this might be almost done, because I don't remember putting in this much work to get it to show up like it is. And also, Skinny Queen, I like this look so much that I don't know if I really feel like, thank you for the hearts, I don't know if I really feel like experimenting and then end up not really liking the look. And it is supposed to be a Sprite look. So then in my mind too, I'm like, is that gonna look like Sprite? You know what I mean? You weren't kidding, and it's okay. It is okay. Hey, Scar Crazy. Scar Crazy, hey. We a little crazy here too. This is we call this the Crazy Troll Nation. We're a little crazy too. And that's okay, because Norman Bates' mama said we all go a little mad sometimes. Did y'all see Psycho when it was the TV series? I thought it was really good. But then I like Psycho. Because I'm crazy. Oh man, it did look crazy. Sorry if I scared anybody. I caught a glimpse of myself. I scared myself. It's like, oh shit. She about to lose it. I'm wondering if this is ow. I have a muscle cramp and I wonder if this is about to be done. Oh, don't add the white. This eye has been twitching more and more lately. I don't know if it's me being just sleepy or tired or what. But I'd rather have a twitch than one of them ocular auras, which temporarily creates a blind spot. So look at this mascara, y'all. It is, I want to say, less noticeable in front of the white on my upper lash line. But when I have like a darker upper lash line color and I put this on, it makes me look like I have on white foo-foo false lashes. It really does. I think this might be almost done. I opened this in January, so this is almost a year old, and the PAO was only 6 months. And so, but look at the lashes though. Oh my gosh, like look at that, look cray-cray. But it looks nice though. Oh my gosh. I should leave that out. Gems. And these are self-adhesive, so I'm gonna just like stick them on. And then we'll look at the lip. We'll look at the lipsticks. And let me see. Okay, there's like 3 rows of each. There's 3 rows of these tiny ones. And then it's these 3. And that's what I was looking at to make sure each row wasn't different. Do I want to mess with a tool? I have a bunch of them, but do I want to? You know, these tools be driving me nuts, and then I end up just using my fingers anyway. Because the adhesive does stick, but it doesn't stick where I want it to stick. So this is me trying to pick it up with the tool. So it's on my finger. I'm gonna end up just using my fingers to stick it because I still haven't used the other ones that are not self-adhesive. that you put the glue and then you just pick it up with the tool. This is, okay, let me just, stuck on my finger. A little cray, just a tad bit. Just a tad bit. Feels like they're in the same place. These are clear, or maybe they're prismatic. Because they look clear, but on my face they look blue. So we're going to use that same size. Bring that down toward the brow. Just a tad bit cray. It's going to be a little crazy, like not certifiably like being a padded room crazy, but just like, you know, general typical. I'm moving it when I do like this because it is sliding on my skin. They do stay too. We're going to do one more of that size and then do a bigger one towards the tail. Oh, I have 2 gigs this month. One, the theme is the Monsters Ball, and I'm like, that's going to be fun. So I did post, let me make your vision come to life, because some people come already made up. I'm like, you should have came, but let me do that. But their makeup be looking fierce. They do feel like they're in the same place. So that's going to be fun. So I might do a late night troll, and I know I keep talking about late night troll play, just to do something off the cuff. This is a bigger one. Yep, it's called Capacity. It's from Lethal Cosmetics. And they do have other colors, but the PAO was only 6 months. I opened this in January, and it's not irritating my eyes yet. The PAO was reached in July. And I'm going to use it till it irritates my lids. But yeah, look, Joe. Ooh, it looked like Foo false lashes, right? I'm going to put this one down. Here, let me move it. Try to space them equally. Oh, my knuckle just cracked. This is not even. Okay, something ain't right. Because you know what? This one is not in the same place. These are not in this. Let me move this side down a little bit. These do stay, y'all. I was doing something one night and I rubbed my forehead. I said, what's them bumps? I'm like, oh shoot, them gems are still on there. These suckers stay till I physically remove them. Is this good for the gems? Or should I put one like right here as well? Like right here inside where my lashes are. Crazy, I was crazy. The crazy one they locked in the rubber room. With tears. The rats made you crazy. Okay. Thank you for sharing. And we still love you. Excuse you, Bruce. So one more gem, Janet? Yep. Okay. Do I dare try one of these teeny tiny ones? Ooh. I'm going to do one a little bit smaller than this one. So not the teeny, but like this one right here. I remember that one event, this girl said, I just want 3 gems, one here, one here, one here on each side. And I was messing with that tool. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to end up using my finger. She said, do what you got to do. So I took the gems and I went, I just like, so I would put it and just be like, for a few seconds. She said, do what you got to do. Because y'all, these things, and these are nice, but because these still stick to my hand, stick to other stuff. And I'm like, I wanted to like, stick on my face, but it's getting it to my face. So she's like, what you gotta do? I was like, so that was a freebie because she just wanted 3 gems on each side above her brow. And so I did different colors, like both of these was blue. No, she wanted gold, green, and blue. So we did a gold, and then we did the blue, and then a green, and that's all she wanted. And it was really cute. It was very simple, but it was like really cute. Maybe, does this one need to come over a little bit? For some reason, this one is scratching my skin. Welcome. Yes, you have arrived. So these are the gems. Thank you, Janet. This could have been a troll play look, Janet, especially with the gems and the lashes. All right, so we're going to put these away, and then we're going to look at lipsticks. I have both a dark and a bright blue lipstick. Black is just black. You know what? I'm gonna put these away later because I feel like, oh, I think I got it. No, I don't got it. Do I got it? I got it. Okay, I was putting them back into the little pouch. Okay, let's see here. Oh, that's red. That ain't it. Ooh. All right, so we're looking at. I did get a container for my lippies so that when I pull up one, like all of them don't fall over. Is this green? I think that's it. Something green, something or other. Oh, that's a bold blue. That's a black. Can't mistake a black. All right, so what we got? These is what we got. Blues and blacks. And I did pull out a couple that were green. So this one is Adder's Fork, Deep Black and Blurple. And y'all have seen me wear all of these before. This one is Rune, Super Opaque Rich Black. And all of these are from Notoriously Morbid. We have Loving the Dead, Matte Black with Emerald Green Sparkles. And if you want me to swatch them, Janet, I will. That's not a problem. This is Exquisite Beauty. I'm not sure what color this is. There was not a... I think I just didn't put the shade description on it. But some type of greenish gray, something sparkles. We have Spectral Seas. This is bold. And Eye of Newt, which was a gift with purchase. And so what are you feeling? If you want me to swatch them, just let me know. And then we get to see the palettes Dion's going to use for my look request. Yeah, next week is Michelle Davidson's look. And then yours I did schedule this morning, Skinny Queen. That's going to be on this, I believe the 16th. Because we do our members looks on Tuesdays. So not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday. We're going to do your look. Spectral Seas or Rune. Why you do that to me? Because you know black is my favorite. But I'm thinking, since it's supposed to be like a bold look, a bright look, I'm thinking this one. But y'all know I love me in a black lip. So now I'm stuck. Damn it, Janet. Damn it, Janet. I really don't know. You think Rune? Everybody clap. It's my first request. Says Skinny Queen. All right, we're going to use Rune. This is super bright. When I wore it, I was like, I felt like I had like bubble lips. Like, this is so bold. I was like, ugh. All right, I'm going to put this on. Shaking it up, making sure it's mixed. And I do have a black from MAC, which is my favorite formula, but we're going to use this one. Do I want to line my lips? No. It smells so good. I love a black lip. When I get comments like, I wonder what that eye look would look like with a green lipstick. I'll comment back something like, I'm sure it'd be pretty, but my favorite lipstick is black. Yes, I did. Instead of me being rude and saying, keep wondering. And I did a creative look using this mascara. And somebody commented, I like the look. I wonder if what it would look like with black mascara. I said, I would love for you to watch the video. Because then you would hear the story on why the look is the way it is. Hello, Ernestine. How are you this evening? Or daytime? Wherever you are in the world. We are in different countries and in different time zones here. I have that hook right there. I'm going to fix it. Thank you, Skinny Queen. And so people comment on shorts. But to hear the backstory, you need to watch the video, but some people don't do that. I got a party. Yeah, we're having a party. Thank you, Janessa. And thank you, Janessa. I love me a black lipstick. I wear my makeup because I want to wear my makeup. That's the most simple answer. Like, honestly, I wear it because I like it. Not being snarky, but really, I wear makeup because I like it. I would think that's why. Well, I'm not going to say this is the Fashion Fair powder. I'm not going to say everybody wear it because they like it, because some people wear it because they're trying to cover up like a skin condition or something like that. But I just wear it because I like it. This might be the best this is going to get. This is the Fashion Fair powder. Okay. We done did it. We fixed it. Well, it's up to the person who requested this look. This is a members requested look. One of the perks of membership, of my channel membership, is members get to make a request. And so this entire look was requested by one of my members. A membership is $2.99 a month, and you can cancel at any time. And there are other perks besides making a request. Thank you, Janet. And Janet is the one that requested this look. So I do encourage all of you who want to see me do certain things, or even a commentary video, talk about a certain thing. The way to do that is to join the membership, because I will do it. Thank you very much. So this is the look. Janet, I really do like it. And I'm loving the gems too. And this was a good call too, right there, Janet. Thank you for that. And so, yeah, so do consider membership, all of you who would like to see me do certain things. Because whatever that person requests, that's what I do. Because this is their look. So this is Janet's look. She wanted a Sprite look. Bright blues and greens. That's what we did. And so thank you, Lot. So y'all, this is it. Somewhat short today. Only 90 minutes. You need to become a member. Yes, please do. Skinny Queen is our newest member. She joined yesterday and she's been acting up ever since. I wouldn't say she acted new, but she is always so much fun anyway. And she made a request like after 10 minutes of joining. And so I did write that down. And it is a lot of fun. So it's like whatever color story, or if they want me to use a particular palette or do a certain style, I do what they request to do. And so, no, this is not my everyday look, but the black lip would be everyday because my favorite lipstick color is black. And I do sometimes bold eye looks. So this is something I would do. Why am I calling you out Skinny Queen? Because I can. You are so much fun, and you know you are. You know you are. And so this is the look, y'all. Thank you, Janet, so much. Next week is Michelle's look. And let me see my little YouTube swag notepad and the pen here. Her look, she wanted bold, bright pink and a cool toned purple with navy to smoke it out. Not Michelle Davis and the other Michelle. Michelle in makeup, hers. And dang, she said too, Neon Garden, Anxiety Palette for the shade Terminus, which is the one we didn't use the black from today. And she actually picked out the specific colors to use too. Did I keep my Sephora Hot Pink lipstick? I think I decluttered that because she wanted me to use that. Oh no, I still have it. I was about to be like, oh my gosh. Yeah, they sent this to me as part of I was in one of their programs or something. And so they sent this, and it has the strap, has the pen. I have a 6-can cooler that I took with me to Academy. I have a YouTube blanket, which is on my sofa. That's It is so comfortable. And I like that they give practical gifts. I have a tumbler, which I haven't used yet because I have enough tumblers, and a whiteboard. So they sent like really practical stuff, which I really like. Like, don't just be sending trash. But and they sent the light. But because I don't have like a table in the background, I don't have that up anywhere. Well, I'm joining to request you saying you love me the whole time. I'll play in the background. I have to demonetize the video. I'll play in the background Whitney Houston song, I'll Always Love You. And so that's Michelle's next week. And then the following week is Skinny Queen. She wanted a muted Christmas look with bright liner. And she said to use sage, garnet, gold, and silver, and a white liner. So we're going to use this white liner again. And so, yeah, when they sent me this, I said, you know what, I'm going to leave this at my station. Because I always be like, where's a pen? And I'll be grabbing a pen from in the kitchen. But, yeah, so this is really good, really practical. Or maybe I'll sing to you. Sometimes I have a good singing voice, and sometimes it's like, girl, shut up. Like, are you croaking over there? Yeah, I'm partially tone deaf. Like, real talk, I am partially tone deaf. Sometimes I'm on key, sometimes I'm off. Yeah, so this is the look. Janet, I love it. I really love this look. Thank you so much for this request. Drum sound. And yeah, I'm not going to do that right now because y'all hear I'm froggy just talking. So I know I do not have a good singing voice at the moment. So, but we're going to go, y'all. Thank you to all the new people that popped in. I really appreciate it. And I appreciate that the majority of y'all were friendlies. There were a few that had to get kind of booted, but I thank y'all for being here. We do lives, for December. We're going to be doing lives Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. And videos go up in between. So there's a lot of content for y'all to browse through and to look at. So just feel free to move about the channel and just look at other stuff. Skinny Queen spoiled already. Yeah, she just Skinny Queen's been around for a minute though. She's been around for a minute. So it was exciting when she joined. Why is there a scratch on my table? Something scratched my table. Janessa Dash of Thursday keeps it interesting. Oh, yeah. Thursday. All right, y'all, we're going to go. Video is going up tomorrow. We'll be back here Thursday's live stream. And as Janessa mentioned earlier, for those of you who missed it or came later, Monday, we're doing a live here. She'll be here doing a live with me. And we have done lives together before. So much fun. And she's going to be doing my aesthetic. And I'm going to be doing her aesthetic. She does really bold, very dramatic, theatrical drag makeup. And so I am nervous. Hi, Latoy. So I am nervous. And she sent me a wig. I put it on last night's live. Y'all, that's a lot of hair. And then the next 2 Mondays, I'll be on her channel in a live stream doing other stuff. And so, yeah, we vibe really well. And so I am always excited to collab with her, especially in live streams, because what I love the most is the interaction, reading your comments and being able to respond to you right away. My second favorite part is not having to edit, but the interaction is what does it for me. Have you ever done a half male, half female face? Hey, Ernestine. I have not, but I do. I have a playlist called Troll Play. This shoulder is like, it's popping and cracking. And this is my bad shoulder. Oh, but I do what I call split face looks, where one side of the face is one look and the other side is another look, or it's nothing at all. And so if you look through my Troll Play playlist, you'll see like a lot of graphic creative looks that I've done, which I love. So definitely follow Janessa J Champagne, because you are not going to want to miss her content. And again, I'll be over there at the end of the month on live streams. Yeah, it's very exciting. So thank you again, Janet, for this look. Thank you for all the new people that popped in. Do subscribe. Consider joining the membership, because then you can tell me what to do and I will do it. That's how we roll here. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to the replay crew. Thank you to everyone who circled back, who came later in the live. Thank you for the 100s, and thank you for the hearts. And thank you for the fabulous conversation. And thank you to the moderators for booting people who weren't the friendly type of trolls. So we are going to go, as always, self-acceptance, self-love. I got to remember to take pictures. Self-acceptance, self-love. That is the Crazy Troll way. And thank you. And all of you have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. And just stay safe. And so you'll see me soon. Bye. Oh, the palettes. I did show the palettes. For this look, Skinny Queen. Because I did show the palettes that we used. And I showed the colors that we used. We gonna go, because Skinny Queen don't have me here all night. Had me confused all night long. All night long. Lionel Richie for you. So we're gonna go. Thank you, y'all, and you'll see me soon. Oh, we didn't pick them yet. And so when we do yours, we'll pick them. Okay, how about that? Because Janet picked hers when she made the request. Michelle picked hers when she made her request. So we'll see. But Skinny Queen would have me here all night, and we're not. We're going to go. So for real, y'all, thank you for being here. Make sure you subscribe. Also subscribe to Janessa's channel. Consider joining my membership. And and everybody stay safe. And so you'll see me soon. Bye. Thank you for the hearts.